What's going on, guys? It's Professor Gnome, and today we're going to be looking at Brambleghast and its Resilient Soul ability. So what it does is that for every prize card our opponent's taken, it gets 50 more HP, and it also has the Powerful Needles attack, which is for every energy card attached to it, we flip a coin, and it does 80 for each heads. The way that we're going to power this up and make it effective is that we're going to be using Forretress EX, since Forretress EX has the Exploding Energy ability, where on our turn we can pretty much knock itself out, and it puts 5 energy cards onto anywhere on our board that we like. And so then what we do is we can use all 5 energies, power up our Brambleghast. It knocks itself out, so our opponent takes 2 prize cards, so we get an extra 100 HP, so that brings us up to 200 HP with 5 chances to hit for heads, so it actually powers up kind of quickly. I also run Wo-Chien. I don't use it all the time, but sometimes the Carnivorous Ivy attack, where what it does is that this attack does 60 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon for each prize card your opponent's taken. So in the late game, it's pretty nice to be able to slap down, utilize that, or take early bench snipes, because we hit for 120. So we're able to snipe stuff out pretty early if that's the play that you want to make with it. I don't think running more than one is good, but I think having one of it is really powerful. And then as our draw engine of choice, we're going to go Dunsparce into Dunsparce. Being able to just loop draws over and over and over speeds up our hands pretty well. And the other things that we're going to play to power up this deck are going to be Hero's Cape and Luxurious Cape. The reason for this is that we can make Brambleghast just insanely tanky as the game goes on, and have a lot of power to it. We also play the Reversal Energy to get extra damage down on the board. We play Mist Energy just to make sure if we do get a Brambleghast that's super HP'd up, we don't have like a Roaring Moon randomly come in and just knock us out for free. And yeah, outside of that, the deck's pretty straightforward. It's a lot of fun to play, so I definitely recommend it. Be sure to let me know what you think of the list down in the comment section down below. Be sure to let me know what you want to see next on the channel, and be sure to like and subscribe, all that kind of stuff. The next video coming out, I believe, is Gengar EX. I'm doing an updated list from my past video that came out around a little bit over a month ago, because that was requested. So be sure to leave your requests for the future videos in the comment section down below, and also be on the lookout. I'll be announcing our tournament setup soon, so be sure to join the community Discord and look out for announcements there. That'll finally be coming. It took a long time to get Limitless to accept us and all that kind of stuff, but now I'm working on putting that all together, so at the end of this month that'll be coming out. So thanks everybody for watching, checking out the channel, all that kind of stuff, and I will see you in game 1 in a moment. Peace. Alright, we're in a game 1, and our opponent has won the coin flip, chosen for us to go first. We open. That would have been kind of nice had we had a basic, but unfortunately we didn't. We open Wo-Chien, and we have the Capturing Aroma, so if we're able to get Pineco out, then we'll be in an alright position. If we don't, then it may be a little bit harder. We'll see what we end up drawing here. We do get the tails, so usable. We can grab ourselves the Pineco here. We'll be able to put the energy down as well. Pass our turn. Then really what we're going to look to do is on our next turn, what we'll do is that we can place the Fortress down. We'll place an energy onto the Wo-Chien. We'll be able to Iono after. And then from there, hopefully get into our Bramblin. So that way we can sacrifice Forretress EX, get ourselves into what's it called? We can sacrifice the Forretress EX, so that way we can put all the energy we need onto the Wo-Chien. We can put the damage down, we can put the other energies onto the Bramblin, and kind of be set up from that point to kind of carry the rest of the game. So there's the Buddy Poffin. That's actually pretty nice for us. We can get ourselves a Dunsparce and a Bramblin like we were hoping for. What we'll be able to do is attach the energy here. We'll be able to town store. And we'll actually grab ourselves the Hero's Cape. We can Hero's Cape onto the Wo-Chien. We can go Forretress here. What we want to do is we want to use the exploding energy first. Before we Iono. That way what we can do is we'll place everything onto the Bramblin here. We'll force them to take 2 prize cards first. So they pick up the cards, right? And then after the fact, we can go Iono. This will put them down to 4. We'll get up to 6. We have the Ultra Ball in hand, which will put us into... we'll play this down. We have the Ultra Ball in hand, which is nice because it will put us into our Brambleghast. Now what we can do is just start putting damage down onto the Iron Hands, since that's really the biggest worry that we're going to run into. And unless they hit, like, an electric generator or something like that, they have to spend another turn attacking with Miraidon in order to... Like, in order to even get the energies to power up Iron Hands EX. So we can actually just keep sniping this down. So there's the Techno Radar. They get rid of the Counter Catcher. So there's the setup for the other Iron Hand, so they can move the energy off of this one onto the other one. They do get 1 hit, but that's not that big a deal. They can town store here for either another booster capsule or a heavy baton. I was going to say, I don't really see the benefit of the other heavy baton at that point. They could retreat and go arm press. Potentially. Or they're just going to attack with Miraidon just to get the extra damage down. And put more energies onto the board. But the benefit here is that... Oh, okay. Interesting. So what the benefit for us here is that what we can do is we can go Ultra Ball. We can get rid of the Buddy Poffin and the Iono, because they're out of cards pretty much. We can go Brambleghast. Place the Brambleghast down. We can go ahead and Ivy here. Knock out the Iron Hands. Get ourselves our 2 prize cards. So what they can do is they can attack into us with Miraidon if they want to. I don't think the Arven really gets them too much here. They got themselves a heavy baton and a Pokégear. The benefit here, though, is that we get past... I guess I should have mentioned this. We get past Heavy Baton because of the fact that Heavy Baton only works if they're in the active. I should have mentioned that a little bit sooner. It only works if they're in the active spot, so they lost all of that energy, so now they have to continue to try to peak acceleration if they want any energy to go onto the Iron Hands, which obviously they didn't get. And so now they're forced into KOing the Wo-Chien. And now what we can do is play down the Luxurious Cape. We can place our Dunsparce down. We can throw down the Acceleration Energy. And then we can Iono again. Put them back down to 2 cards. Get ourselves to 4. Then we can run away draw. We have the Counter Catcher available to us. For right now, though, it's not really worth it to Counter Catcher up the Iron Hands. Since... Alright, cool. I was about to say. Since right now, what we want to do is we want to, A, stay ahead, or let them stay ahead of us in prize cards for a moment. Tying it up, like, right away, it doesn't really benefit us all that much. And they don't have any energy to even utilize this, even if they wanted to. So it doesn't really matter yet. What they do with it is where they could just kind of scale damage with Miraidon and power it up. Granted, in this case, they were able to get themselves into some pieces. But it doesn't really matter all the same. Actually, like, the 2 cards they were able to get off the Iono, apparently, were, like, everything. So, kind of annoying, but not the biggest deal in the world. We'll knock out the Iron Hands here and pretty much be good to go. Cool. So now what we can do is use the Counter Catcher, pull the boss's orders up now. We'll throw the Reversal Energy on just to do it. We can go ahead and grab ourselves our research, not that it really matters. And at this point, we will Powerful Needles. We'll be flipping a ton of coins here. 10 coins. Bop, 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 bop. Wow. Exactly 50-50. Which is great, because that's still 400 damage. Taking double prize cards here. And there's pretty much nothing they can do. Because there's nothing they can do to knock us out at this point. Even if they were to, like, randomly boss up the Pineco, they wouldn't have the ability to get into an Ampy very much. They wouldn't really be able to do anything. So the game's going to end right there. And PTCGO is bugging like always. Great platform. Love it. But yeah, that's going to be game 1, guys. We got to flip 10 coins in a single turn, so that's always exciting. Love our gambling addictions. And I will see you guys in game 2 in a moment. Peace. Alright, we're into game number 2. We actually won the coin flip. We're choosing to go first. We're going to mulligan this hand away, which is for the best, because it would have been very bad. We'll see what we get after the mulligan. This isn't bad, actually. Like, this is pretty usable. We want to hold on to the Luxurious Cape. We don't like to use Luxurious Cape too early on, just because our health total, though it gets decent, still is a point that we can get, like, 2-hit KO'd, and we don't want to give up the 2 prize cards, really, with the Cape. Where it's the most ideal is that we actually get down to, like, 1 prize card situations, and then we throw it on, so that way we're able to, Nope. Grab the Pineco. Thank you. What we're able to do is get into a situation where it's like we're giving up 1 prize card in order to gain 2, if that makes sense. We'll end our turn here. Or I guess a better way to explain it is like they're down to 1 prize card left, so it doesn't really matter that we're in a situation where we're technically giving up 2, because we would lose anyway. I guess is a better way to explain that. We are against Raging Bolt, where they'll have the ability to get past our really high HP total, which is slightly annoying. But at the same time, we'll kind of be able to boss up like the Sandy Shocks, and as long as we can do that, like counter catcher up like the Sandy Shocks and stuff like that, the game shouldn't be too hard for us. Collapse Stadium, that's fine with us. S-Ball. For what I assume is going to be a Sandy Shocks. That would make the most sense. Oh, Squawkabilly. That makes more sense. I kind of forgot they were on that. Even if our Dudunsparce gets knocked out here, it doesn't really matter because our play is going to be exactly the same no matter what. Oh, they were on Raikou. That's pretty cool. Pretty much whatever we draw, we're just going to Ultra Ball away with the other Ultra Ball. And whatever card we draw, unless it's super, super good, then we probably will get rid of the Iono. Just to get ourselves into Forretress and kind of move on. We'll see what they discarded. 1 Vitality, so that's good for us. A Super Rod and a Lost Vacuum. The Lost Vacuum being gone is actually way bigger for us than it seems like. Get rid of 1 energy. We can bring Brambleghast in. We'll go... There's really no reason to coin flip on the Capturing Aroma. Since we can just guarantee grab it with Ultra Ball. Place that down. Place our Brambleghast down. We can go ahead and Exploding Energy. We'll grab... Yeah, at this point, we'll just put all the energy on. Because we're going to have to hit 300 health. That's going to be kind of rough to do. So we need as many flips as possible. So we're already at 150. We'll go up to 250 here. Our opponents will take 2 prizes. They'll go down to 3. We can then Iono. Get ourselves a whole new hand. Put them down to 3 cards. We do get the Hero's Cape. That's pretty huge for us. We'll play the other Brambleghast for now. We'll hold off on using the Ultra Ball. And we'll Powerful Needles here. 1, 2, 4, 5. 5 and 1. Great odds. Get the 400. Get the knockout. Take 2 prizes. And it's pretty good for us to keep the Collapse Stadium in play. Because it means they're only going to be able to utilize 1 Sandy Shocks at a time. Which is super, super good for us. At this point, honestly, what we can look to do is we'll have the Iono available to us. What we can actually look to do is look to make one more Forretress EX and like try to pop our own Forretress EX just to boost our health and get, you know, like a ton, just to get more energies on us. The Electric Magnification. So they can't do anything to us on this turn, which is fine by us. They fleet-footed for 1 more. There's the Pokégear. They didn't find anything. So that kind of tells me they don't have a supporter for next turn. There's the Greninja. They put themselves down to 2 prizes, which pretty much means I don't want to bother using Iono. Because even though it's only like a 1 card difference, it's more... How do I explain this? It's only a 1 card difference, in their hand, but we can assume that these two cards are like kind of dead. We'll grab the boss's orders for next turn, and then we'll flip the Capturing Aroma. We do get the heads, so we can grab ourselves the other Forretress. And then I don't think we actually have any energy left in the deck. We just have the Mist Energy, so if we find, we'll do the Forretress play if we find a Super Rod, but if not, it's not a big deal. We were really hoping to be able to find like one of our capture catchers. 4 and 3, still good odds. Get the knockout there. As of right now, our opponent doesn't really have a way to KO us. This will only do 200 damage, so we'll be able to live that without too much of a worry. They don't have a way to really get into anything, at least based on what we can see. They will need a switch cart or a energy in order to manually retreat to go. Yeah, the PAL pad doesn't matter because they don't have a way to draw into anything. So like that's one of the underrated parts about this deck, that is the ability that if we, so we're gonna just boss's orders that up and end the game pretty much. We'll go ahead and drop that down. We'll boss's orders this up, and that's gonna pretty much close us out. We'll just start flipping. Oh hey, we hit this where we can just do. That's kind of hype. We'll flip 8 coins. If we get all 8, oh, that would have been so cool. One of the underrated things about this deck is the fact that we can Roxanne and Iono them so much, and we're able to kind of manipulate their hand in a large way, since we're able to use Forretress EX before Ionoing or before using Roxanne to set them into the like the prize card totals that we want them to be in, to like cripple their hand in advance. So if they're not already set up with things like the barrel or something like that, there's pretty much nothing they can really do to us. So like they'll be able to get themselves a couple cards here. Nothing's going to be really strong enough to knock us out, and they're not going to have a way to even get into the active in the first place, so it doesn't really matter. Like even if they're able to get into like a switch, retreat this out, they don't have a way to even get Raging Bolt to attack in the first place, and even if they did, it's not going to make like enough of a difference. So we can go ahead and Forretress here. We'll go ahead and Pokégear just for the fun of it. And then this is actually something kind of funny. What we can do, they bossed us to trap us. What we can actually do is just use our Forretress EX, sack it, give them the 2 prize cards because it doesn't really matter anymore. Let them take the 2 prizes. That frees up Forretress. We just bring our Brambleghast back in. Place another energy down. We'll Iono to put them to 1 just for the fun of it. And in case, for whatever reason, our coin flips go absolutely hard here. And we'll Powerful Needles. We're flipping 9 coins. So this should... Oh. So, okay, so this is why we Iono'd. Because we want to make it so they're at least potentially trapped in the active. There's the Vitality. So they can potentially get into Raging Bolt, and if they get into Raging Bolt full power, we might actually lose. Like if they get an energy switch and a way to get Raikou out of the active, we could be in trouble here actually. We're at 450 HP though, so we're gonna be like kind of hard to KO. Energy Booster Capsule. Ultra Ball. So they have the switch cart. So they can do 200 damage to us. Not enough to 2-hit us, but we'll see what happens with our coin flips. We hit for weakness, though, so this is going to be a little bit easier. Alright, we're flipping 9 coins again. Alright, we're good. Almost 50-50, but that is enough to close it out. That was really funny, only getting the 1 and 8. So that actually kind of could have been a catastrophe, but we were able to clutch it together and get the 5 and 4 flips in order to close out game number 2. So super, super, super fun. That was a really funny clip, actually. I'm happy that happened. But yeah, so that's game 2, guys. Very, very fun one. I have a lot of fun with this deck. I joked about it before, but this deck really is like a fiending gambling addiction because you're just watching all the coins flip and hoping for good luck. So yeah, it's a ton of fun. Definitely recommend it for anybody who hasn't tried it out yet. We'll get ourselves into game 3 in a moment. Peace out. All right, we're into game number 3. We're going to be going first. We actually won the coin flip this time, so we got to choose. We open Brambleghast, Iono, and Ultra Ball, and Buddy Poffin. So we, or Bramblin rather. So we're pretty set up, actually. We don't really have much going on that we need to worry about. We're up against Bounce Sweet. That's pretty cool. We'll go Buddy Poffin here. Grab ourselves our pieces. I had to sneeze again, so I had to mute my mic. And then we'll honestly just pass. The question now, though, is do we want Wo-Chien or not? Because if we make Wo-Chien, we can just kind of just snipe off all of the pieces and not really have to worry about anything. We'll see what they grab off the Irida. We will see. Alright. So they're setting themselves up for next turn. This Bounce Sweet isn't going to make it. I'm going to let you know right now, champ. Alright, so we'll place the energy down. Place this. We'll place this down. Place this down. We will Ultra Ball away the Luxurious Cape. I think we will just go Brambleghast instead of trying to get complicated with it. Place this down. We'll go ahead and Exploding Energy. We'll go 3. Yeah, we'll go 4 energy. That'll be fine. Set it up so that way our next Forretress is still usable. We'll KO ourselves here. We'll let them take their 2 prizes. Fill the hand up a little bit. We'll Iono them down to 4. Without the barrel, their draw isn't really usable. So we can go ahead and Runaway Draw here. We do have the Ultra Ball, which is nice. We have the Counter Catcher. And what we will do is actually Counter Catcher the Bidoof. Since we're only taking 1 prize here, no matter what we attack, it's probably for the best that we just go and get rid of the Bidoofs. We can grab ourselves a second Forretress EX. And we will Painful Needles. We only need 1 out of 5, so our odds are pretty good. There it is. So we're able to knock out the Bidoof. That way, had they top decked into like a barrel or an Ultra Ball or something like that, we're just stopping them from being able to draw out of their situation. So we should be fine in this like overall. There's the other one. So a little annoying, but not the biggest deal. There's the Panic Mask. We'll see what they end up playing. There's an Ultra Ball with the last 2 cards. For Barrel, they can't evolve, but they're trying to set themselves up for next turn. Little do they know that they will not be able to use that card. We'll grab the Iono. Because what we will do here is we are going to repeat the play, except this time we will get rid of the Ultra Ball and this, and we will grab ourselves the Wo-Chien, place that down, throw an energy down. We can Explosive Energy for the 3 energies we need for the Wo-Chien. They will get 2 prize cards. Which is still totally fine for us, because then we will drop the Iono. We will draw ourselves 5. They will get 2. There's our counter catcher. The other reason why we went Wo-Chien is, even let's say that we didn't get the counter catcher here, right? So we'll counter catcher up the Bidoof. But let's say that we didn't get the counter catcher. What we would have the option or like ability to do is that we could honestly just straight out retreat the Brambleghast, knock it out from the and just start like taking bench knockouts. In this case, the Bidoof we wouldn't be able to directly snipe out. Yeah, they're gonna FF because we took away their draw engine. Because of Bidoof's ability, we wouldn't be able to just like snipe it out in like directly. But as soon as they made Barrel, we would just remove it as we snipe out the rest of their pieces. So we'd be in a pretty good spot, all things considered. But since we're able to boss's order, or not boss's orders, since we're able to counter catcher up their draw engine and keep removing their hand, there's literally nothing they can do. So it just kind of ends the game. So that's going to be game number 3, guys. A little bit of a different game, kind of a fast one. All our videos have been going really late lately, like really long. So going to make this one a little bit of a shorter one. It's a lot of fun to play. Definitely recommend it. Definitely give it a try. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you guys in the next video. Be sure to let me know what you want to see next on the channel. Make sure to like and subscribe, all that kind of YouTube stuff. And be sure to join the community Discord. And lastly, look out for the announcements for the upcoming tournament. I'm working really hard to put that all together. So sorry it's taking so long, but we're getting there slowly but surely. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.